All right, so we're going to factor a sum and difference of cubes. Now this is something that's completely new and different, and you've never done it before. So I'm going to show you a pattern, and then we'll see if we can come up with the rule for that. So let's try this one. You've got y cubed minus 8. So the very first factor is always a binomial. So we're going to write our binomial factor. And that's going to be y minus 2. We're basically taking the cube root of that and the cube root of that. And then we don't even go back and look at this anymore. Just don't look at it. All right, you're done with it. So now you've got to take, what you're going to do is you're going to take the square, okay, and then we multiply and then we square. Okay, so if you can just remember square multiply square, you're going to be fine. So you're going to take the square of y. So y squared is y squared. And then you're going to multiply y times 2. Don't take the sign though. So 2y. And then we're going to square the second term, and that's a 4. So now we've got all these terms in here. What sign do we use? Well, what we do is we have to go and we use the acronym called SOAP. Okay, so we do S for here, S goes here, O is here, and then this is an A and a P. So let's go back and look at the other one, the original expression. All right, so S stands for same. So we are going to take the same sign we have here. O stands for opposite. So we're going to take the opposite sign that we have and put a plus sign. All right, so we did same here, we did opposite here, and then we have AP stands for always positive, and you're done. So if you went back and you multiplied all this together, and you can't use FOIL, you just got to multiply, you would end up with a lot of terms canceling out. So take a minute right now and go and multiply. I'm going to have you just multiply the y, okay? Just multiply y times y squared, y times 2y, and y times 4. Okay, once you did that, you should have gotten these terms right here, y cubed plus 2y squared plus 4y. Now go and multiply all of the negative 2 times everything here. And maybe you want to draw your arrows underneath. I just don't have room. Okay, so now you've got negative 2y squared minus 4y minus 8. If you had anything wrong in there, go ahead and fix that. Now let's go and cancel out things that are the same, and you're going to see what's going to cancel out. You got a positive 2y squared, a negative 2y squared. Those will make 0, right? The additive inverse property. Net positive 4y and negative 4y. Oh yeah, those are going to go. So the only thing left is y cubed minus 8, which is exactly what we had in the beginning. All right, let's go try one more. Those are the rules if you want them. All right, so now let's go look at this one. All right, make sure that this is a sum or difference of cubes. So this works for sums also. Let me see if I can find a sum. Here's a sum. Let's do this one. Okay, so factor this completely. So this is good. This actually has a common factor in it first. So it doesn't look right now like this is a cube. This is a b to the 4th, and that b is not a cube over there. 64 is a cube. So let's go and factor out a common factor. I'm thinking b is going to be the common factor. So factor out a b, and we're left with b cubed plus 64. All right, now we've got a sum of cubes. So now let's go and bring that b down. And now let's follow our rules, okay? So you're going to you got to write your binomial and your trinomial factor. So take your cube root of b cubed, which is b, and the cube root of 64 is 4, not 8. That's the square root. Now we're going to ignore the top ones right now, okay? Look at your new factor here. You're just going to square that, and then you're going to multiply them. So square your b, multiply 4 times b, and then square your 16. Square your 4 and get a 16. Now, what signs do we use? We use SOAP to do our signs. So we're going to do the same sign here, the opposite sign here, and then that one's always positive. All right, this one's kind of hard to go back and review and multiply, so I'm not going to spend time doing that. But if you do go back and multiply, you'll see that a lot of your terms are going to cancel out. There's how you factor a sum or difference of cubes.